Greetings, dear viewers. Welcome to Modern World Dynamics, the place where we explore the intricacies of our modern lives. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a topic that's all too relevant in the current dating landscape: recognizing the signs of a low-value man. Now, we're not talking about monetary value here, but rather what we call mate value, a combination of qualities that make someone a desirable partner. In a world where swiping right is the norm, it's crucial to have an understanding of the signs that could indicate you're dealing with someone who might not be worth your time or emotional investment. It's not about judging, but about making choices that are best for you and your future. So buckle up as we journey through the telltale signs of a low-value man. You might just be surprised. Let's dive right in with our first sign: a lack of regard for your feelings. Picture this. You're in a relationship with a guy named Jack. You've had a rough day at work, and you're looking forward to a quiet night at home. You express your feelings to Jack, hoping for some comfort or understanding, but instead he brushes you off, more engrossed in the football game on TV. This isn't a one-time thing either. It becomes a pattern. Jack always seems to put his needs before yours. He's quick to share his day, but never takes the time to ask about yours. He never seems to notice when you're upset. And if you bring up your feelings, he simply shrugs it off, as if your emotions are an inconvenience. What's worse is when you confront Jack about his lack of empathy, he just laughs, saying you're overreacting. He belittles your feelings, making you question your own emotions. This, my friends, is a glaring sign of a low-value man. So, if he's more interested in his own feelings than yours, that's a red flag, my friends. Moving on to our second sign, an inability to tolerate rejection. Let's paint a picture. Imagine a man named Jack, a fellow who's quite the charmer. He's got a knack for making women feel like they're the only star in his sky. Then one day he meets a woman who doesn't fall for his smooth words and charming demeanor. She's not impressed, and she lets him know it. Instead of taking it on the chin, Jack becomes defensive, blaming her for not appreciating his unique charm. He's unable to handle this rejection, spinning it into something that's her fault, not his. It becomes an attack on her character, not a moment for him to reflect on his approach. This reaction, ladies and gentlemen, is a glaring neon sign of a low-value man. A high-value man understands that not everyone will be enamored with him, and that's okay. He recognizes that rejection is a part of life and handles it with grace, using it as an opportunity to learn and grow. So remember, if he can't handle rejection with grace, it's not your race to run. Before we proceed to our third sign, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Now, on to sign number 3, financial irresponsibility. Imagine this scenario. You're out for a meal, the food is splendid, the conversation's rolling, but when the bill arrives, he's suddenly engrossed in a fascinating text message. Or maybe he's the type who borrows money from you, promising to pay you back next week. But next week always seems to be a week away. Sound familiar? This, my friends, is a classic sign of financial irresponsibility. Now let's be clear, we're not talking about someone who's going through a tough time financially. We all have those moments, and they can be a test of character. But if he's constantly in a state of financial chaos, it might be time to ask why. Is he living beyond his means? Does he lack the discipline to manage his money? Or perhaps he doesn't value the effort you put into earning your own money. Financial irresponsibility isn't just about money. It's about respect and trust. It's a sign that he may not be taking the relationship as seriously as you are. You see, in a healthy relationship, expenses should be shared, or at least they should be discussed and agreed upon. If he's always leaving you to pick up the tab or is borrowing money without paying it back, that's a lack of respect for you and your hard-earned money. And let's not forget the future. If you're considering a long-term relationship or even starting a family, financial stability is crucial. You don't want to be worrying about how the bills will get paid, or if there's enough money for the kids' school fees. A partner who is financially irresponsible today is unlikely to magically become financially responsible tomorrow. So if his wallet always seems to be on vacation when the bill arrives, that's another red flag. Let's quickly run through signs 4, 5, and 6. Lack of ambition, disrespectful behavior, and lack of personal responsibility. Picture this. You're on a date with a man and ask him about his goals. He shrugs, saying he's just going with the flow. Now, there's nothing wrong with living in the moment, but if he hasn't got a shred of ambition or any goals, it's a signal that he's not ready to take charge of his life. You want a partner who's driven, someone who's got a direction and is actively working towards his dreams, not someone who's content with drifting aimlessly. Next up, disrespectful behavior. This one's a biggie. You're out for dinner and he's rude to the waiter, or he constantly interrupts you when you're speaking. These are clear signs of disrespect. It's not just about how he treats you, but how he treats others as well. Remember, respect is a fundamental part of any relationship. If he can't respect you or those around him, it's a no-go. Lastly, let's talk about the lack of personal responsibility. You've heard him say things like, "I would have gotten that promotion if it weren't for my boss," or "I can't help it, that's just the way I am." If he's always playing the victim and not taking responsibility for his actions, it's a clear sign of immaturity. He's not ready to own up to his mistakes, and that's not someone you want to build a future with. All these signs are red flags. If he's stuck in a rut, shows little respect, or always plays the blame game, you might want to reconsider. You deserve someone who's ambitious, respectful, and takes responsibility for their actions, someone who values you for the amazing person you are. And finally, our seventh sign, an unwillingness to commit. Picture this. You've got a chap who's charming, fun, and ticks all the right boxes. But when it comes to making plans for the future, or even just planning for next week, he suddenly becomes a master of evasion. He's like a slippery fish, wriggling out of any serious conversation about where your relationship is headed. Take a moment to think about Tom, for instance. Tom was a flamboyant character with a zest for life. He could light up any room with his infectious laughter and captivating stories. But when his girlfriend Lisa tried to discuss their future together, Tom would get as elusive as a secret agent on a covert mission. He'd change the subject, crack a joke, or just conveniently remember an urgent task that needed his attention. It's not about rushing into things, but a relationship is a partnership, and both parties should be willing to plan for and invest in their shared future. If he's always dodging these discussions, it's a red flag. It may suggest he's not as invested in the relationship as you are, or perhaps he's just not ready to take that step. So if he's always on the fence about your relationship, it might be time to hop off. Let's quickly recap the 7 signs of a low-value man. First, he may show a lack of regard for your feelings, disregarding your emotions as though they're of little importance. Second, he may have an inability to tolerate rejection, reacting poorly when things don't go his way. Third, financial irresponsibility could be a telltale sign. If he's constantly in debt or can't manage his finances, it's a red flag. Fourth, we talked about the lack of ambition, a sign that he's not interested in personal growth or achieving goals. Fifth, disrespectful behavior, which speaks volumes about his character. Sixth, lack of personal responsibility, always blaming others for his misfortunes. And finally, an unwillingness to commit, indicating that he may not be ready for a serious relationship. These signs are not definitive, but they are important indicators to keep in mind when evaluating a potential partner. Remember, it's important to trust your instincts and set boundaries. After all, you're worth it. Thanks for tuning into Modern World Dynamics. Until next time, stay savvy. Hey there, aspiring creators. Ever wondered how to turn your passion into a paycheck? Well, buckle up because we've got something extraordinary for you. Introducing the AI YouTube Automation Masterclass, the ultimate game changer in the world of content creation. Here's what you're about to unlock. Discover the secrets behind making a 5-figure income monthly. Learn the strategies that took us from dreaming to earning and how you can do it too. Imagine making money while you sleep. We'll teach you how to create content that works for you, allowing you to enjoy the fruits of your labor with just 3 days of dedicated effort. Watch your channel skyrocket as we spill the beans on how we've successfully grown 4 channels from 0 to over 100,000 subscribers. It's not just a class, it's a proven formula for YouTube success. Say goodbye to your traditional job and hello to a life of freedom. Take control of your destiny, work only 3 days a week, and spend quality time with your loved ones while making 10 times your current income. But here's the real kicker. Be an early adopter of artificial intelligence in content creation. Don't be left behind. Be a pioneer in the AI revolution. Get in early and let AI be your creative ally. It's not just about making videos, it's about making history. So, are you ready to unleash the power of AI and become the next YouTube sensation? Click the link below, join the AI YouTube Automation Masterclass, and let's turn your dreams into reality.